many years ago. Let's move on to the next topic. The train execution or stabbing, if you will.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump is
No.
saying that he's calling for the death penalty. What are you guys' views on that? What do y'all think? Do you think he's right? You think he's wrong for this? Does he have the power to make this happen, or does he not have the power to make this come to fruition?
What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot. You ask a lot of stupid questions.
That's what really gets me. Is like why he's the only president. I think for good and bad reason, because you would know his true intentions, but he's the only president that gets on Twitter every day, wakes up every day like 7 a.m. in the morning and tweets something like he's not the president, like he's not the president of the United States. My question is like, don't you have better things to do than like worrying about what's happening with clips floating around on X? Like, don't you have wars to stop? Don't you have ways to, you promised that you was gonna make the prices on groceries low, like get more jobs for everybody? Like, don't you have better things to do than to try to call a death penalty on somebody when there's many more cases and many more crimes that were happening, not just that one clip on X? I see with him, he only picks what's trending. He only picks what's getting traction, like the Charlie Kirk situation, and he talks and speaks on it.
A Ukrainian woman at that. That's interesting.
So I'm like, man, don't you have other responsibilities, like have meetings to attend to? Why do you tweet as if you're not the president of the United States? That's what gets me.
It's an underlying thing, I bet. These are strategic. These are strategic tweets. You know what I mean? He's trying to stoke a certain flame. I was just scrolling through because I hadn't really heard about the things. I was just scrolling through ABC News and talking about that whole Charlotte train.
Mm-hmm.
And as I go through, scrolling through, I see Ukrainian woman, beautiful woman, should you know what I mean? Death penalty, blah, blah, blah. You know, like I was saying, the tweet was. Keep scrolling down, and I see the one who they said did it. I understand. This is a replay. Back when, in the 90s, they had to get the crime bill.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get these out of control, under control. That's why we send the National Guard. This is why we need the death penalty. This is all in the same play. This is the talking point.
But here's my issue with this country. I'm one for the death penalty, but I'm not one for when it's based on racism. Look at the crack laws in the 80s and 90s. White man get caught with crack, he get less time than the black man get caught with crack.
Cocaine, yep.
So you mean, yeah, cocaine. So you mean to tell me a man that can shoot up a church, a man that can go to Buffalo and deliberately shoot up a market,
get a cheeseburger
and play Call of Duty.
Right.
He get cheated. He get treated to McDonald's, apprehended safely.
Here, buddy.
And didn't get the death penalty.
For me?
And our beloved president at the time did not say anything about it. Whether it was Biden, whether it was Trump, no one said nothing about it.
Well,
now there's someone that look like us. You see the narrative they trying to play?
Very much.
You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's a savage. He's that. I think one quote from a wife of a president, she said, what she call them, super savages or something like that.
I remember that's an old one.
Yeah. So, come on now. It's sad what happened to the young lady. Right. But shouldn't some type of evaluation be put in place to see if he's mentally ill and stuff like that? Because if it was the folk, it would have been all types of craziness. He had a bad upbringing. His father was abusive. He was in a special ed class. he was, he suffered from post-traumatic syndrome. He's a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? They try everything in the world, but when it comes to us, it's like we're prone to it. Like we're created to be violent.
Right. No, I'm not advocating to say that the dude should be let go or nothing like that, or even try to slap him on the wrist. But I think that him speaking on this situation is to try to paint this that is to add the way this is their way of painting their narratives. You know what I mean? For the overall making the straw man argument, they're going to use this little straw here to just add to the whole statue that they're building. So
Yeah.
to make it look like this is what we're anyone prone to do. You see this dude, you see the dude, any dude out here with the dreads or whatever like that, be prepared.
Have fear.
Right.
Have some type of fear.
All right, be prepared. That's
Paint the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Paint a picture.
That way, when it's time to go, this is the narrative that gets painted. A lot of time, these cops is coming into these neighborhoods. They don't know. They recognize. This is where the fear come from. They fed this.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why their fingers stay on the trigger. You know what I mean?
Didn't they pass some type of racial profiling law or something like that? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I overheard it.
I think they probably have, but you know how over time they erode away at it with the lawsuits to come in, and then they'll just take that little provision out, and so you can do this though. So it's always a little back and forth.
But look at the damage that will be done before that happens.
That's the purpose.
Yeah.
They know by the time that happens, they would already done what they wanted to do. Like, I'm pretty sure that this is like steps in ahead. Like, they already got steps ahead where they already had a bill in place that they already want to put in. They already probably got a lot of infrastructure already built that they want to put everybody in. You know what I mean? They probably just have it in place, but we got to step it in so that the public will go along with it and they don't protest it. So the more they can make us the big bad monster, they good at this. They keep doing this. They've done it over time, and we saw with Jim Crow, and we seeing how they transform that into something else. They transform it now as the gangster rap. That's what they used to call it. Remember? Then they transform it to the drill rappers. And now they transform it into now all of them now. You know what I mean? So this is what's going on.
They never mentioned rock music.
No.
They never mentioned that type of devil worship that goes on and sacrificing. And they never mentioned that.
So when Ozzy just passed, right?
Yeah.
I ain't hear a whole lot about that. You know,
I seen a lot of pictures on him online.
Right.
With wings on his back and hugging a white Jesus and stuff like that.
Right,
and
but you didn't see
crazy
all the talk about remember how he was drinking blood and all.
Yeah.
That wasn't a big thing, and how
I didn't know he was drinking blood. But,
it was like on stage he like bit a bat's head off or something like that.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, they don't get played. I think that's just as terrifying as listening to somebody shoot down their ops, right? Drinking blood and worshiping the devil. I mean, just to each his own.
That sounds like a horror movie to me.
Yeah. Let's segue into the last one. This hit home from Maryland. I don't have the information. Y'all can if y'all can put up the information real quick, Gov, if you can.
Right.
Then your computer a little faster than my iPhone. I'm not that good at it. Young lady from Maryland meets her demise meeting up with a illegal immigrant. There's a lot of
19.
layers. 19 years old. She told her father that she's leaving out to get gas and never returned. This got national news, but you don't see nobody mourning or.
Is she African American?
Yeah, you don't see a lot of the coon train crying over that and putting their prayers on that one. But
I know why.
I guess black lives are less valuable than certain other people's lives, but I digress. She left out, told her father that she was getting gas. She never returned. I forgot the man's name. Y'all can look it up. Kind of found out he was illegal.
Hugo Hernandez Mendez.
He didn't even supposed to be over here.
He shot her or something?
They showed pictures of him roughing her up, getting in the car, whatever the case may be. Prayers go out to her family. I don't know the details about it, but I was just speaking at work, and I was like, why would a 19-year-old be seen with a guy in his 30s
He's 35.
that's a legal immigrant. What is the connection here? Was it some type of blind date? Was it some, you know?
Depending how young he looks, sometimes
Kara
they
Thompson.
age.
Yep.
Yeah, I would like to see. You know, I don't have too much on the story. I want to do my research and go back
name-
to it.
Her name's Dakara Thompson.
Wait, so was she kidnapped, shot?
Nah, I
Take
think she
advantage of?
met up with him.
Mhm.
No, I mean like what?
I'm not sure how did she die. She stabbed to death, or
Let's see the court documents.
They're not making it better for their people.
Went missing in late August, found dead on August 31st in a grassy area off of Route 50. Days later, they announced they had arrested and charged the suspect. Where did they find her? 1 week later, around 4, there's to the reports of a disabled vehicle on the bridge over the South River in Annapolis. Troopers found a body on the river embankment about 30 feet below the bridge, fully naked and had visible tattoos and jewelry. Ooh. Let me see.
did they say anything that she was SA? Like, did they have any type of evidence that she was, you know, sexually touched,
I don't know.
violated?
I don't know. I'm just scanning.
It's so much to that story, man. Like,
Gonna be fun for him in prison.
yeah, but well, he's going back to where he came from. I don't think they're gonna charge him over here, right? He got to go back to where he
They
came from.
probably would charge him here. They probably gonna keep him for this. Because if he went there, they would have made sure to extradite him to get him over here
Yeah,
if they could.
that's interesting.
I don't think they're gonna let him go.
I would like to see how this story unfold, man.
But it's a shame that her name is not one that we really hear much about. Because I think that I heard the rumor. I heard, over here people talking, and I heard people talking about thinking that she may have possibly been an escort. So that's why they automatically just never mind. But
Yeah. No one has empathy for a prostitute.
But that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. She could have just liked the dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But see,
Yeah.
we get painted with a bad brush. I ain't gonna
Automatic.
lie to you. The first thing came to my mind when I seen this. I said, well, maybe this was some type of little freaky link up. She needs some
Right.
extra money
Right.
because I'm trying to put one and one together.
Mhm.
What was this 19-year-old dude be seen with a 35-year-old foreigner? That's illegal. He probably can't even speak English.
Even if that was the case, even if she was a prostitute, whatever you want to call her, it's still no right. That's still no right. That's still no right to take her off. The death should not be justified either way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't care if she was selling it for free. That shouldn't be no right.
You can't sell it for free. She's doing it.
Well, I don't care if he was giving it away for free, right? It still doesn't give them a right. It's definitely sickening. Was this news before or around the same time Charlie Kirk situation?
Before, yeah, around the same time, and I think the Charlie Kirk and the Charlotte incident overshadowed this because we all know why it overshadowed this.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all know that.
Plus,
So-
you get a video of both for those. That's
Yeah.
one reason.
Yeah, I think you get a video of her getting snatched up too. I seen
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Homeboy like snatching her up.
Mm.
She's struggling. Yeah. Yep.
That's why, look, this is for anybody out there that has kids, man.
Mm.
And one day, God willing, I have kids too. Especially these days, man. Walk in packs. Go in packs. If your daughter or your loved ones say, I'm just going out, I don't care who says it, who calls it controlling, who calls it this, you could be saving their life. Because sometimes we make dumb decisions. I know at one point sometimes I thought about, like, when I was getting a little desperate, I'm like, you know what? Let me tell my parents I'm gonna go here. But
Go there and stay.
like my little horny stuff. I'm trying to meet up with a little girl randomly online. It could be a whole different person. You know what I mean? Go in packs, travel in packs. That's when my mom goes out. I try to travel with my mom. Even Pops, he's a grown man. No, he's capable of protecting himself, but just for that extra protection, especially like when he was going out in Baltimore, I make sure, look, I'm gonna ride with Pops if I can. When I'm busy, I'm gonna go with Pops. Always go and pack. Sometimes a gun is not enough. Sometimes you can get caught off guard. You can have two pistols on you, get caught off guard any time. You always need that person that's your eyes and your ears. If you can help it, I'm not saying you don't got no friends, family, distant, you're a lone wolf. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? But if you can help it, man, try to go with your family as much as possible.
Interested in the history of this young lady. Like, was she a high school graduate? A family? Did she come up in a, you know, single parent household, or she had mother and father in the household? I'm very curious about the relationship with her and her father. It seems like they had some type of relationship or communication. However, from what we for what it seems on the surface, that she wouldn't fully straight up with her father. And what child is? You know? 19, that's considered an adult. So um by her not being, and I get it, your business is your business, your personal business is your personal business. But sometimes those things have a consequence when, somebody say, well, I'm going to the movies, but in retrospect, they're going to the skating ring. And you're like, oh, how did they die there? How did this happen? You know what I'm saying?
Right. He could have lied to her too, like the whole little catfish type deal.
Yeah, that's a possibility too.
Set her up and believing that she was going to get this, that, and the third. Because it sounded like you say, yanked her up, and then the neighbors are reporting hearing the sounds of them, but it sounded like it was against her will, though. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So after the fact, then you find out the body is thrown over the bridge. It sounds like she got tricked into that. But that's like the cautionary tale again. You know what I mean? A lot of times, because you coming in, I remember coming into the things like 18, 19, you know what I mean? I remember that. I remember them times. And I remember there was that whole, oh, I get a chance to do what I want. The folks ain't not around. I finally get to do what I want. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I got other people that's like-minded wanting to find out this and that. Go here, let's go there. So we doing all of that. Danger is not really in the forefront of my mind in them days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for some reason
Because I was chasing the thrill of it.
it don't register when you're
It
young,
wasn't
and for some reason.
until something happened to somebody, or I find out that so and so got hemmed up. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that can happen. Then you start thinking about things like, but in the middle of it, when the adrenaline is rushing, all you're thinking about is chasing that thrill. And that's
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm interested to see how the story unfolds.
yeah,
Like, again, prayers go out to our family. It's unfortunate. I believe it's more than meets the eye. I'm gonna do my little investigation because it's already put brushed underneath the rug.
right.
Because what's going on with the Charlie Kirk situation is going to overshadow that, and of course, there's two different type of figures.
We gotta be much more alert. A lot of people we walk around intoxicated all
Yeah,
day.
more than ever,
Right. More than ever.
more than ever, because now, and I keep telling people this. I believe that America is the most dangerous place in the world because you have so much against you. You got to worry about certain people within your demographic. You got to worry about if you're going to be caught up in some type of school shooting, some type of event where somebody got sniped off, walking in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time, on robberies.
Right.
And let's not talk about the food you're eating, what they're putting in the food and stuff like that. And I want to put my a foil hat on, but this is the most dangerous place in the world, man. It's not Afghanistan. It's not even Ukraine.
Mm.
It's this place right here, man. And I would like to do a show on that one day, like the
And
most
police,
dangerous country in the world. Police, God, there was so much stuff, man.
race motivated killings, because I think that's one of the things I worried about, right? This Charlie Kirk situation can start a chain reaction of people just trying to knock other people off just so they can prove a point. You know what I mean? Just like the Palestine, just like the 9/11, when they want to kill Muslims and stuff like that. it's gonna start a chain reaction of like, let me kill this black person, even though they got nothing to do with it. Let me kill this black person. Let me kill these black people, or quit, or shoot this random black guy that's just going to the store.
Because I remember they started attacking Sikhs. You know that group of people called the Sikhs.
Yeah.
They was confusing them. They were
Muslims.
type of head, or they wear head garb. They must be Muslims. So
Yep.
attack them too.
Yep.
So they had to come like, oh no, that's not who we are. So, but,
That's what makes it so crazy, because part our coffin, man, to the audience, because we part in the coffin, man. I can't edit that out. But especially now, because it's weird how you have a suspect shooter who's not Muslim, who's not Mexican, he's Caucasian, and they still went for black colleges.
Yeah, that's what they call them. But every time something happened, you've been hearing like death threats like that lately. I forgot there was something else that happened. There was another event months ago, some national event, and all of a sudden, I forget which college that got some death, either Howard University or something like that. They was calling them in. I can't remember. I can't remember. I just noticed it kind of that's like a new trend too lately.
Yeah, man. Let's be careful out there, people.
Right.
Keep your head on the swivel. Say a prayer before you leave the house, and that's it.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Adam Mill. To the right of me is Paul Bizzle. To the left of me is because the governor, Gemma One, was not here today, but you'll catch him later on later episodes. This is the Guess I Said podcast. We, in disclaimer, we are not professionals. That's our own opinion. We're not experts. That's our own opinion. And feel free to leave a comment, challenge what you heard today, agree, thumbs up, share button, and salute to the 3 subscribers that we had this week. And they shared our podcast. Salute to you guys. All right, peace. The volcano from out of Iceland, they come to take over the rap game like the white man. Iller than Hitler, photobomb at Yahoo, edit bomb missile. Watch me do it like the Pointer Sisters. Slip arsenic in your corn liquor. 2 bigger L's than the Aubrey nigga. From Pappy Mason to Pastor Mason, the church is vacant. Preacher with Bobby trapped in the basement. I'm laughing, just imagine the Sleepy Beauty had herpes.